All right, the government shutdown, folks, it's now in its 36th day. It is now the longest shutdown in U.S. history. President Trump has been pushing Republicans to end the Senate filibuster to make it easier to pass legislation. He reiterated that message this morning at a breakfast with GOP senators at the White House. Listen to this.
It's time for Republicans to do what they have to do, and that's terminate the filibuster. It's the only way you can do it. And if you don't terminate the filibuster, you'll be in bad shape. We won't pass any legislation.
All right, let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, senators have been pretty adamant that they want to keep the filibuster in place. I understand that there have even been some heated arguments between the president and some of the GOP senators there. It doesn't sound like they're going to cave, but a lot of these senators, they know that they have their jobs, especially those that are up for re-election and those that just won re-election because of President Trump. What are you hearing?
Yeah, Vlad, I actually just spoke with Senate Majority Leader John Thune before coming on air, and I asked him, does the president have any sway with your members when it comes to ending the filibuster? And he said, sure, among some members, the president is very influential, but key here, not enough to have the votes to end the filibuster. Thune and others in leadership are maintaining, as they have been throughout all of this, that is just not an option, that the votes just aren't there to end the filibuster, because Republicans are concerned that later on down the line, if Democrats get control of the Senate, they could pass whatever they want to pass, including maybe making D.C. a state, adding a lot of new voters and challenging things for the Republicans. So there's not an appetite to go there, even though the president pushed them even harder today. And Vlad, it was also really interesting to me. I mean, heading into this, I was talking to one Republican senator involved in some of these negotiations to reopen the government. He said that he thought that the elections would provide an off-ramp for Democrats, that they would be more incentivized to work with them to reopen the government. Then the president essentially described his feelings about the elections last night and said Republicans, in his view, are getting blamed for the shutdown here. So a lot of dynamics that lawmakers are having to go through, but I can say, as of now, the filibuster just isn't on the table for them.
Yeah, and the president, as you know, posits himself as a deal maker, and it's just unclear to me why he wouldn't try to bring Democrats and Republicans to the White House to try to get a deal hammered out. And as you know, Caitlin, these senators are very smart. They know the president's got 3 years left in his term. Some of them will be there for another 5 years. And so, yep, sorry, you were going to say.
Yeah, I mean, Vlad, just to that point, I've been asking Republicans, well, what's the president's end game here? And the way that they've described it to me, the way that they're seeing it, is that he just wants this to be done. He sees a solution on the table and wants that to be the solution. There are other factors like the institution of the Senate that these lawmakers have in mind that transcends the presidency.
That's right. That's exactly the point I was making. I love having you here with us, Caitlin, to break it all down. As always, my friend, we appreciate you so much. Thank you.